So today we are going to read the folk tale of the Little Red Hen in class, and then afterwards we're going to create this background, okay? So you should get the yellow and blue paper. We're going to use white oil pastel, black oil pastel, or black china marker, and then eventually paint. Not expecting for you guys to get to the actual hen today, and that is totally fine. So I'm going to show you how we're going to get started on this. So this yellow piece is going to be glued on, so I don't have to put my name on that, but I'm going to put my name here. So I can see Mrs. K and 1 dash in my code. If you want to use a white colored pencil for that, that's fine too. Then we're going to glue this piece on, and this is the ground. Okay, so this is like wheat fields that we're creating, and then obviously the blue is the sky. So when you get this, you're going to open that up. I still see people like scooping out the glue. You only need to dip the glue stick in there and get the glue, and then you want to kind of let it drizzle, okay, or roll it so there's no more dripping. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm using the flat piece, and I'm just kind of taking it and I'm just wiping it and spreading it on here, okay? Then I can go into the glue again, just dip it in there, make sure it's not dripping, and do it again. So I want you to notice I did 2 dips, and that is more than enough. Most of my glue is clearish. There might be a few little areas of white, and that's fine. Then we are going to make sure it is on the bottom here, on the edges, and then kind of spread it out so it is nice and flat. Notice that when I finish this, I let that set right there, okay? If nobody is using it, you can wipe it off and put the lid back on and return it, okay? So that is glued. Next, we're gonna be creating like the lines in the wheat fields, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take my pencil, I'm gonna draw an arch, okay? And within the arch, I'm gonna add some more arches, almost like little rainbows. So if you ever go to a field, you'll notice there's kind of lines in it where the tractors have driven and kind of scraped the wheat or the ground. So we're gonna kind of recreate that in an artistic way. And I'm just gonna add those lines all the way. Notice I have some areas here. I can kind of repeat this curve to kind of break up that space. And mine are about 2 fingers widths. Then you're gonna use white oil pastel, and we're gonna trace these lines. So you're gonna trace over all of your pencil lines with the white oil pastel, okay? So it's not like a huge contrast, but it's enough that I think it's gonna make the paper and the picture look more interesting. And then when you're finished with it, you wanna make sure you put it back, because as you know, if somebody leaves it on the floor or it falls on the floor and someone steps on it, it makes a big mess. So I'm gonna return that. So I've got my background ready. I've got my sky, my ground, or my wheat fields. Next, we're gonna draw like the wheat. So Little Red Hen book is like, this is actually what the wheat looks like, but we're gonna kind of create that effect using just our brush and getting some colors on there. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw the stalks of wheat. So if you want to do it straight with the black, you can. If you're like, oh, I wanna draw with my pencil first, you can do that. I'd say, I don't know, 5 is a good amount. If you wanna have up to 8, that's fine. And then I'm gonna trace over my pencil lines with the black. So this is not difficult to do right here, so that's why I said if you feel comfortable and you want to go straight to the black first, by all means, you can do that. So I've got the stalks, and then I'm going to have like these little curved lines going up kind of every other space where the wheat is going to be attached to. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all of my wheat fields. These are this is the foreground, so it's the close-up one, so that's why you have more detail. And then once I finish with this, I'm going to return this. And just remember, if there's no black showing, just let me know. I do not want you to peel that, okay? So once I have this done, this is at minimum you should be today, but I'm hoping you get to the paint. So there's a little clear tray with a white paper towel, which has obviously white, yellow, and orange in it. And we're gonna use the double or triple loading method. So you do not need a paper towel, you do not need water cups or anything like that. If you get so much paint loaded on here, just keep painting with it. You don't even need to waste and wipe it off. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like if I go into white and yellow. Make sure you can see all this. So I'm just gonna add little dots here, okay? Then I can go into orange and yellow. Go in orange and yellow. I'm kind of liking those together. Maybe I want to do white and yellow, maybe white and orange. And notice I did not wipe it off or clean it off. I'm just adding almost like a stamp method of the colors. And I think it's pretty when the colors kind of mix naturally on your paper. Okay, so I'm just going in there, loading at least 2 colors, 3 colors is fine. And then I'm doing it until basically my brush feels dry, needs to be loaded again. And I'm gonna do that to all the stalks. So notice, yes, you see some color in here, but I didn't mix the colors. I just literally took my brush, placed it in there, and then added my little dots. And these are like the wheat field, the wheat actually, in your fields. So you're gonna do this to your background. It doesn't matter which brush you choose, and you're not painting it. We're doing like more of a stamp method, creating our colors. And then when you're finished with this, this is gonna go on the drying rack. Your brush is gonna go in the sink. Your paper towel is gonna be thrown away, but we keep the plastic for the next class.